Hello everyone, welcome to VMware Arena YouTube channel. If this is the first time you're watching video in this channel, please do subscribe to the channel to support us and also to get the latest updates about the video which I am posting about VMware virtualization and other virtualization technologies. So in this video, I'm going to explain you what is Cross vCenter vMotion. So in the earlier version of vSphere, we have a requirement, right? We need to have on shared storage. We cannot migrate the vMotion, migrate the virtual machines from one distributed switch to another distributed switch like that in the earlier version, right? So starting from vSphere 6.0, VMware has introduced a lot of enhancement to the VMware vMotion. So one of them is cross vCenter vMotion and other one is long distance vMotion. So cross vCenter vMotion allow us to migrate a virtual machines from one vCenter server to other vCenter server without a need of a shared storage and also a single distributed switches, because obviously when it goes to different vCenter it will be part of a different distributed switch. So the migrating the virtual machine across the vCenter server is not only limited to the on-premise. We can also migrate a virtual machines from your on-premise vCenter to the cloud vCenter, which is part of VMware Cloud on AWS. So the cross vCenter vMotion simplifies the mobility, virtual machine mobility across the environment, not only limited to the vCenter, we can also migrate it using cross vCenter vMotion across the multiple vCenter servers. So before we'll get started and go to a live demo of migrating the virtual machine, let's talk about what are the prerequisites for cross vCenter vMotion to work. The first one is, as I said, the cross vCenter vMotion was introduced after vSphere 6.0. So the source and destination vCenter server and ESXi host must be running a version 6.0 or later. and and the next requirement is, so the cross vCenter and long distance vMotion feature requires an enterprise plus license for your vSphere. So you need to have an enterprise plus license, otherwise the cross vCenter vMotion will not work. Okay. And next, so when you're migrating a cross vCenter vMotion using vCenter server or vSphere client console, so the both the vCenter server instance must be part of enhanced linked mode, so that the both vCenter server inventory will be visible from one single vSphere client connection, so we can migrate the virtual machines from one vSphere client. But this is not the hard requirement. If it is not part of enhanced linked mode, we can use uh, vSphere API and SDK to migrate the virtual machine across the vCenter server. I'll talk about this excellent tool which helps us to achieve this without need of enhanced linked mode. And the both vCenter server source and destination vCenter server should be in time synchronized with each other, should have a same time synchronization. And next, we talked about the to migrate VM between vCenter server instances in separate vSphere single sign-on domain. So we need to have an vSphere API SDK. I'll talk about this in depth. Okay, for migration of compute resources only, both vCenter server instances must be connected to the shared virtual machine storage. So when we do the vMotion, we have an option, right? Migrate compute or migrate storage. So when we want to migrate a virtual machine across a vCenter server without any shared storage, so we can use both compute and storage, or if it is having a shared storage, we can use compute only option, right? It is talking about that. So these are all some of the prerequisite um, which is needed for cross vCenter vMotion to work. Let's talk about the migration in action. So as I said, I have a two vCenter server which are not part of enhanced linked mode, but the vMotion can be performed using vSphere API or SDK, right? We cannot perform it from one vSphere client since it is not part of enhanced linked mode, so that the each vCenter server cannot see the inventory of other vCenter server. So we have an excellent Fling, VMware Fling, which is called a cross vCenter migration utility. So that utility helps us to migrate the virtual machine across vCenter servers. So VMware Fling has released a lot of exciting products which helps us to improve the productivity of VMware virtualization. There are a lot of links which has been productized and integrated with the vSphere and vSphere products. So this is one of the excellent tool, cross vCenter workload migration utility. So basically this used the REST API to automate the migration. If you don't have an enhanced linked mode, the both vCenter server source and destination vCenter server is not linked with the enhanced linked mode. Okay, so this utility allows users to easily migrate a virtual machine in bulk using GUI, so you don't need to worry about writing an API calls, all these things. So this utility simplifies your action. So some of the key features are like it's completely UI, provides REST API for automating migration tasks, work with the vCenter server in same or different SSO domain. So enhanced linked mode or the vCenter server should be on same SSO domain. It's not a hard requirement. Okay, supports migration to and from VMware Cloud on AWS. So as I said, we can migrate the VMs from your on-premise to VMware Cloud on AWS. So enables batch migration of multiple virtual machine. You can migrate a schedule or migrate on multiple virtual machine, migration across the vCenter servers. Auto populates inventory for easy of management, so that it displays your destination, inventory, cluster, all this information, network population, everything. So supported operation, we can perform a live or cold migration as well, relocate or clone operation. So we can perform vMotion across the vCenter, and also it supports to clone a virtual machine across a vCenter server. So works with the migration task within and across the vCenter servers. So it provides all the host selections, inventory data will be provided. Supports both storage vMotion and shared data store migrations, flexible configuration of VMs with multiple networks, right? So what are the requirements? So as I said, we need a vCenter Server 6.0 update 3 or above, and we need a Java runtime environment 1.8.10 or above. Okay, so let's download the Fling, this utility, cross vCenter workload migration utility. Just select I read and agree. These are all the some of the instructions. Okay, so once we downloaded, we have to run with the Java command to access the UI of this utility. So I have downloaded. Let's click on downloaded. I have already downloaded this file. Select read and agree for the licensing for the agreement. Click on downloads. I have already downloaded. I have also downloaded and installed the Java. To download the Java, just search for the Java runtime environment. If you need an offline installer, you can select. So basically, this is Java runtime environment. Okay, so you can select all Java downloads if you need an offline version of Java, or if you have an internet connectivity to the server which you are running this utility, we can download the Java online installer, so it will get installed using the internet connection. So I have downloaded and installed. I have downloaded the uh, cross vCenter vMotion utility, and also install the Java on the machine which I am going to run this utility. So Java has been successfully installed. Click close. So this is the utility which I have downloaded. I placed it in C drive cross vCenter workload migration inside the folder. Let's open up Windows command prompt or PowerShell. Anything is fine. So we have to run this particular Java file, which is jar file. Okay, so let's cd to C drive and this particular folder, cross vCenter workload migration. Hit enter. Let's maximize this. Just type java hyphen jar and the downloaded utility name, which is xcvm 3.1 jar file, which is jar file, the downloaded utility jar file. Just hit enter. So it will start the cross vCenter vMotion utility, then it will initiate the controller empty space, then it will initialize the application called xvmotion. Okay, so xvmotion is initialized, so we can open up the browser to access the UI of this particular cross vCenter vMotion utility. So we should get an message something like that: XV Motion app is initialized successfully. Open up the web browser, just type the IP of the server or machine where you have initiated this, so it will show the default using port is 8443. Just type https 192.168.0.1 is the IP of the server which I am going to run, 8443. Yes, the UI is available now. Cross vCenter vMotion. Okay, so now I have a vCenter server, two vCenter server. The first one is I think MD-VC1, and I have another VC called MD Demo VC. So let me try to migrate. I think they both are 7.0, the latest vCenter server version. So I'm going to migrate a virtual machines from one vCenter server to other vCenter server. They are not part of same SSO domain, and they are not part of enhanced linked mode. Okay, so let's validate the vCenter server version, so which is 7.0. Yes. Okay, and my source vCenter is also 7.0. Yes. So to migrate it, just click on migrate. So before migrate, what we can do is we can register that particular source and destination vCenter server. Okay, so it will auto populate the inventory details of both the vCenter server. To register the vCenter server, click on register. Enter the site name for your understanding. So I will mention as a site A. Specify the vCenter server host name, which is I think vcfn01.md.lab. Specify the username and password, that may be like administrative privilege or user who have vMotion privileges, right? Okay, click on submit, enter the username and password. Okay, yeah, so it's registered my source vCenter server. Let's also add, so connection status is showing the tick mark. Let's add my destination vCenter server, specify site B, specify the host name of the vCenter server, and specify the username and password of the destination vCenter server where we want to migrate the virtual machine to. So similarly, we can add multiple vCenter servers into this utility, so that we can migrate the virtual machines across the vCenter server. It provides on complete inventory details of source and destination vCenter server when we try to migrate. So we have registered site A and site B, which is the two vCenter server. Let's start the migration. Okay, select the source site. So I'm going to migrate. So there are two options: relocate and clone. Relocate is to vMotion. So if you select the advanced option, we have a folder option as well, folder and resource pool option. If you uncheck, we don't have a folder and resource pool selection. So if you don't need, we can just uncheck the resource pool and VM folder if you are not following up the structure. Okay, so I'm not doing an advanced option. So select the source site. So let me migrate from site A to site B. So select the site A, the vCenter server name, and target site as site B. We can also migrate the virtual machine within the vCenter server using this utility as well. Okay, so if maybe you can migrate it across the cluster, right? But we can do that from vSphere client as well. Select the source data center. Okay, so let me pick one virtual machine to migrate. Okay, so this is a virtual machine route-test which is running as on CentOS. So let me pick this VM to migrate from my source vCenter server to the destination. So you can just click on select, you can type the virtual machine name here. So it auto populates all the virtual machine in your vCenter server. If you type it, it lists out the search result for the word which we have typed. So I'm selecting the virtual machine called route test and placement target. So this is the target vCenter server cluster details. If you want to select the cluster, or we can also select the ESXi host directly to migrate this virtual machine to. So if you're running an DRS enabled cluster, we can select the cluster. So let me select the ESXi host, which is MD-ESXi02. Okay, I selected the, so select the data store where you want to migrate this virtual machine. So let me put it in iSCSI data store 01. Okay, So it also shows the available space, what is the total space and available space. So it will be easy for us to decide which data store where we can migrate it. It auto populates the source network. We can also it also shows the port groups in your destination vCenter servers. So we can select the network which you want. Similar to the virtual machine, we can also type the network name. So it provides details. So if you select the advanced option, we can select the resource pools and VM folder structure as well to migrate it in the particular resource and place this virtual machine inside the resource pool or VM folder. So once all the details are selected, just click on submit. It will start the migration. So source and destination, it shows what is the status. It will show the progress, and it also shows what is the duration it was running. We can also see the task is running in my source vCenter server. It shows relocate virtual machine. Task has been initiated, so migration in progress. So the time it will take, it's depend upon the size of your virtual machine, because this we are doing the migration without the need without the shared storage. So it have to copy the entire virtual machine along with the live migration as well. So I'm just like if you have on multiple tasks, we can search for the task name here. We can filter it out with the virtual machine name here to find the this one. So it took time, it have taken little time because it is having, I think, 90 GB of data. So I just forwarded the recording for reducing the recording time. So duration, it took around 274 seconds to complete the migration. Let's go to the destination vCenter server and check the virtual machine is migrated. Okay, so progress is showing 100%, so it means the migration is completed. Let's go back to the destination vCenter. Yes, the route test virtual machine has been migrated. So I have used this utility even for many of the production migrations as well. This was excellent free tool which helps us to seamlessly relocate the virtual machines across the vCenter server. Even some cases we used to migrate the virtual machines from on-premise to a cloud vCenter, which is hosted in VMware Cloud on AWS as well. So this is excellent tool. So if you don't have an enhanced vMotion and not part of a single SSO domain, we can just use the utility which is available from the um, VMware Flings website. We can download it. Uh, a simple command to run and initialize this application. As I said, we have also option to clone a virtual machine. So similar how you migrate the virtual machine across a vCenter server, we can select the source virtual machine and clone it to the different vCenter server using this option. So we can simply clone the virtual machine across a vCenter server as well, right? So this is one of the UI which is external to the vCenter server. So if you want to integrate this utility with the vSphere client, we do have an option. So maybe I will talk about that in a different option. So as you see in the screen, so this option we will get it within the vSphere client. So there is a procedure which is given in this uh, Fling page as well, so that we can migrate the virtual machines from the vSphere client even if it is not part of enhanced linked mode. The description has been given here. So how to register this particular utility with the vSphere client, so that we can follow this and integrate this utility as part of vSphere client to migrate the virtual machine across the vCenter server. I hope this video helps you to understand what is cross vCenter vMotion, what are the prerequisite, and how to run this cross vCenter vMotion utility, and how to register the vCenter server, and how to migrate a virtual machine across the vCenter server with a simple steps. I hope this is informative for you. Um, we'll talk about a lot of new things and new technologies and new tips and tricks for running VMware virtualization. I hope this is informative for you. Please do subscribe to the channel to support us, and also to get the latest updates and notification about the videos which I'm posting about. Thank you so much. Please do subscribe to the channel. Stay safe. Thank you very much. Bye bye.